told me him and his family just got back from the Cayman Islands.
If you're going to be 92 and just go after somebody, go after Sydney Sweeney. That's what I always say.
People using the hotel coffee makers to wash their undies and socks.
I'd rather the Rapture Cup.
We're not full Howie Mandel.
We're getting there.
Fish of the week.
Fish of the week. He looks like the sofa in your Aunt Donna's basement rumpus room.
The SPF works in mysterious ways, Chip.
So does this podcast.
Yeah, let's get it going.
I was in the zone. I was just going nuts. I was running all over the lawn.
Uh-huh.
Dude, tackling guys.
Yeah.
Knocking people over, just throwing elbows. I'm just like, and I haven't been like this in a long time. I'm just like, back and forth, just full out sprints, just snatching one, grabbing one, right?
Uh-huh.
It was amazing. And I mean, I'm just done. I'm just covered in just like sweat. There's blood. There's grass stains everywhere.
Yeah, buddy.
And yeah, that's how I came in second place in my nephew's kindergarten egg hunt.
Oh, dude, egg hunts get wild, man.
Wild, yeah.
Oh, Chip, actually, we already started.
Oh, hey.
What up, everybody? This is the Sunburnt podcast where we talk about comedy and tropical travel. The #1 tropical travel comedy podcast on the planet. My host, as always, you know him from Netflix. You know him from his incredible stand-up special, Move Closer. It's Philadelphia's own Chip Chantry.
And over here to my left is Emmy award-winning producer, writer. He puts the man. And I get scared every time the Tin Man comes to life in The Wizard of Oz. Mr. Thomas O'Brien.
There's certain movie moments that just make your bones shiver, Chip.
Oh, just chilling, Thomas. But I'll tell you what's not chilling right now.
What?
This may be the last time you see Daddy wearing a sweatshirt over his Hawaiian.
Oh, man.
For the last few months, the highest temperature that I've walked my dog in the morning, when I first wake up in the morning, is, I'd say, 42 degrees. That's the high. That's the high by far, 42 degrees.
Dude.
Usually in the 30s in the morning. I think yesterday it was in the 30s in the morning. I could be wrong. But woke up this morning, strapped the dog up, ready to go for the walk, looked at the temp. 63 degrees.
My goodness. That's quite the improvement. Still a little chilly for my bones, but that's quite the improvement, Chip.
But I got to take it. I got to take it, baby. This is for realsies. I was walking around in shorts and t-shirt yesterday. Today it's going to be, I think, apparently today and tomorrow is supposed to be up to 80 degrees here in Philadelphia.
All right.
It's not going to last, but it every time it just keeps popping through that ceiling, that glass ceiling of temperatures, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, dude.
So I'm starting to officially feel like a burnt one, baby.
You've always been a big proponent of breaking that glass ceiling as long as it was only temperature dependent.
Exactly. Just Fahrenheit, baby.
Well, dude, we got an episode that's going to heat you up today, Chip.
Yeah, well.
We have a smoke show of an episode. Whew. The Cayman Islands is breaking visitor records by advertising what they don't have.
Love it.
That hotel coffee maker you used this morning is basically a warm, wet Petri dish. A 92-year-old Hollywood icon doesn't want Sydney Sweeney to play her because of a looks issue.
That gave me some vertigo.
It turns out sleeping in Frank Sinatra's bed can come without all the domestic abuse.
Ring-a-ding-ding.
Shailene Woodley is surviving the apocalypse on beans. America's ranked Paris the most overrated food city in Europe.
And that comes from a country who's living on beans, apparently.
Yeah. Baguette's fired. We got some Buffett facts. We got the fish of the week. Meet a reef fish that looks like an autumn leaf got bedazzled. And we're cracking open the good book. The Trouble in Paradise hotline is open. You can leave us a voicemail at 310-845-6038.
Give us a call.
And if we do use your story from the hotline, you're going to get one of these bad boys. A beautiful bottle of Hawaiian Tropic Sheer Touch. It might not be 50. It might be 30. It'll be whatever we think you deserve. Or maybe what's the cheapest for us to procure.
It might just be some mayonnaise that we just squeeze into an old empty bottle.
Or mayonnaise.
That's true. One of the A's. But mayonnaise has to have at least a certain level of SPF. Like anything you put on your body, you should be able to measure, like put a little mustard on there.
Yeah.
It could be SPF 17. I don't know, but it's something.
If you think about it, the roof of your house has an SPF rating.
of 100.
Might be 100 million.
Yeah.
One of the good Lord's miracles is SPF. I don't know what it means. I don't know what it's about. I know that, like, every time I've assumed I know how safe I am in the sun based off of what I've slathered on myself, I can still get in a lot of trouble if I don't reapply more often than I think.
You got it, Thomas.
The SPF works in mysterious ways, Chip.
So does this podcast.
Yeah, let's get it going.
Thomas, I'm going to put a little slather on right now. The other day, I had to put, it was opening day for the Phillies.
Yeah.
And I actually put some sunblock on for real because I went down to the game.
Yeah.
I didn't go into the game. I just, you know me, I lived in the neighborhood. So go down, walk around the old parking lot a little bit of the stadium, check out, see some friends. And Daddy needed some sunscreen for the first time, and it felt good. And I'm feeling it this morning in the basement.
I've got a quick baseball question for you.
Go.
So they sing that song, Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Take Me Out to the Crowd.
They really do.
Has anybody ever sung that song when they weren't already at a ball game or already in the crowd?
No, it seems like it's a hat on a hat if you think about it. They're already at the ball game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The next time you're at a funeral, Thomas, here's what I want you to do.
Uh-huh.
Just get that tuning harp out.
Yeah.
You know? And then just start a rousing rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Because where would you rather be at a funeral? You'd rather be at the old stadium, watching them old throw the old cowhide around.
Yeah. Well, I feel it's kind of like I don't know. You're in the middle of making love, and you kind of like stop to sing an R. Kelly tune. You know, it's kind of, you're already there.
Yeah, unless you're in the closet, literally.
Yes.
He was trapped in the closet. Remember that whole situation?
He had a whole saga about being in that closet. And it turned out that wasn't his biggest saga.
It was not his biggest saga. But, like, just to think about, sometimes I think about how productive I am.
Yeah.
And I'm sort of juggling a number of projects, as are you. And you're like, how do you get it all done by the end of the day?
Yeah.
Look at what R. Kelly did.
Look at what he did.
I mean, I'm not saying it was good what he did, but I'm saying it was...
The work ethic was there.
The work ethic was phenomenal. He was getting a lot done in and out of the closet. I'm going to basically write a video rock opera, and then I'm going to do some terrible, terrible things, but I'm going to get them all off my to-do list. Could you imagine R. Kelly's to-do list, what that looked like? Shocking.
Shocking, but a lot of crossed offs.
A lot of crossed off. Yeah, he got stuff done.
Horrible things.
He believed he could fly, and then he's like, I'm gonna do it.
He touched the sky and everything else.
And he touched the sky and everything in between. And those are all the R. Kelly references I know. So next bit, because I don't know anything else about. Do you know anything else about R. Kelly?
Wore sunglasses.
Yeah.
He liked to remix.
Yeah, there it is.
I think we scratched the surface. This is the R. Kelly podcast where we talk about art.
I'm not even joking about this, Thomas.
Yeah.
I'm guaranteeing next episode,
yeah,
I'm going to have 45 minutes of D'Angelo jokes.
He was the one that had that real V-shaped torso.
Yes, and then and the very speaking of shocking video, but the late great D'Angelo, apparently I believe I believe D'Angelo recently is no longer with us. I could be wrong about that. Apologies, D'Angelo, if you're there and you're listening.
Yeah.
Hey, call in at the hotline.
310-845-6038. If you're D'Angelo and you're still with us, walking on this mortal coil,
give us a call.
Give us a call. If not, condolences to your loved ones.
D'Angelo's next of kin. Give us a call. We'd love to hear from you as well.
This is the Sunburnt podcast where we talk about comedy and tropical travel. If you think those two things should go together, stay tuned. Front desk.
Hi, this is Mr. Chantry in room 308. When should I expect the photos with the Easter Bunny to be delivered?
Mr. Chantry, we don't do photos with the Easter Bunny. You sat on the hotel manager, Mr. Pennington's lap at breakfast, and I think he wants to press charges.
But the bunny suit.
Yes, he wears a very fuzzy jacket. Chip!
Thomas.
Dude, episode 56, the Sunburnt podcast, man. And it is a little chilly out in the world, but it's warm in here, bud. I'm feeling it.
I'm feeling like I'm on the sand.
It's also spring break time. A lot of people are getting their toes in the sand, their feet in the water, their whole bodies to a warm climate.
We're getting our minds to a warm body right now. That's what we're doing.
We really are. And to all of you out there traveling around the world, listening to this on your vacation or at the airport or wherever you happen to be celebrating your tropical instincts, thanks for hanging out with us. We support you, we love you, and we love what you're doing.
Grab an extra snack at the airport and stick around.
Yeah, make it a peanut M&M unless you're allergic.
I love a peanut M&M. That's some of my faves.
I love a peanut M&M on a plane. It's kind of the only place I do it. What's your? Do you have a plane snack?
Oddly enough, peanut M&M. That's a good one. Sometimes I'll go trail mix. Here's where I go trail mix. Sometimes I think like, okay, what if it's a lost situation,
right,
where the plane goes down and I need that energy?
Can I explain something to you?
Yeah.
Trail mix is just peanut M&Ms with the nuts on the outside.
It really is what it is. Yeah, that's pretty much what trail mix is. So yeah, but I do get I do enjoy me a good peanut M&M. So I sometimes do get those on flights.
Yeah, it's nice. That's my wife's go-to, and I always get the benefit of having one of them little yellow bags real close.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice thing,
buddy. We got too much stuff to get to.
Let's just jump right in.
All right, this is For the Algo.
For the Algo.
Dude, we're starting off in the Cayman Islands, baby. You just realized the Cayman Islands are breaking visitor records, Chip, and it's not just for money launderers no more.
No, it's for soul launderers. You want to go cleanse that soul.
Yeah.
Go to the Caymans. It's the hot new thing.
I just had a buddy came over for dinner this Friday and told me him and his family just got back from the Cayman Islands, and it is not to be slept on, Chip.
Did he stay in a hotel? Was it a resort? Was it a like a bungalow?
It was a hotel near the water.
Okay.
And he said the beaches were so clean, that everybody was so nice, and he felt like they also have a daughter that's basically born within a week of my daughter.
Okay.
It was perfect for kids.
If you do have a toddler that needs a tax shelter.
Yeah.
Win-win.
Or if you have a baby you haven't named yet, little baby Cayman.
Little baby Cayman that's a good one.
Yeah, that's nice.
I do like how, and he said how clean the beaches are. I like how one of the big drawing points they're like no seaweed here.
Yeah.
No seaweed in the Caymans. And something I didn't even think about, but then you take it away, you're like, yeah, I guess there is no seaweed there. And I guess maybe there are some of those islands that are just riddled with seaweed.
Yeah.
I feel like it's some Don Draper magic, though.
Yeah.
It's like you take a problem that doesn't exist and then you say you don't have it.
Exactly.
This podcast now no longer with wild sharks attacking you. And you're like, oh, wow. You know, those other podcasts, you might get attacked by a wild shark.
Yeah.
We don't have those on this podcast. Nor do we have seaweed.
You ever been on a real seaweeded out beach, though?
I have.
It stinks.
Yes, it is. I will say the seaweed one it's like a rocky beach up in Maine. It does stink. It is cool though because there's a lot of cool stuff to find. You can find little crabs, little other critters.
Yeah, you're always looking for treasures, Chip.
Always looking for treasures. That's why I go to the Caymans so often because I got to leave my treasures there without Johnny Law being any the wiser.
That's true, dude. So the Cayman Islands hit a record visitor number in early 2026, driven almost entirely by Americans looking to escape the winter. And, 50,000 stayover visits in January alone.
That's crazy.
This little island, dude.
I did see that people from the Midwest seem to be taking a big advantage. That there's a lot of flights from like Chicago, Detroit.
Yep.
Can you imagine just the Wizard of Oz, like, tornado landing in the land of Oz from going from Detroit to the Caymans?
That's what it's all about. It's kind of like living in Detroit and turning on the Sunburnt podcast. You know what I mean?
It really is. Yeah.
It's just you're completely transported. And I think it makes sense because I think if you look at a map, like you go straight south from the Midwest. Okay. And you keep going right past Cuba. You keep trucking along and you get to the Cayman. So I think so my friends came from Los Angeles and like this travel is also engineered by somebody brilliant because all of a sudden there's all these direct flights to the Cayman Islands where there did not used to be before. There is a once a week direct flight from Los Angeles that goes to the Cayman Islands. That's also true of like Fort Lauderdale, Detroit. And Chicago used to have like one. I think they like have even more now. So like it's making it very accessible, especially to the Midwest, where like Hawaii is, probably 2-3 hours further.
Sure.
Kind of feels like theirs, buddy.
Literally a little buried treasure right there underneath Cuba.
I don't know the club situation. Like we have a real interesting list of features we look at for a In Paradise comedy stop.
Yeah.
But what would you think about doing a In Paradise stop in the Caymans, man?
Chantry in the Caymans? Oh, yeah.
I mean, we got 50,000 visitors coming in a January.
Yeah.
I mean, that means we can fill up at least, a medium-sized club, hopefully. There's got to be a bunch of Chantry heads in that group.
Yeah.
A bunch of burnt ones.
Big chant heads, burnt ones, living it up in the Caymans.
Yeah, we'll have to look into it if there's a nice setup for a little comedy show in the Caymans, because this place sounds unbelievable, man. And it wasn't on my radar.
It is now, Thomas. It is now. It's on mine too. I'm gonna research. I'm gonna do a deep dive into the Cayman Islands just to get ready for it. I think maybe that's the next one. We'll see.
I mean, if we need to go to find out, let's just do it, bud.
Let's do it.
Tell the wives we're having a good old Cayman bro down.
There it is. Cayman went.
All right, dude. Next story. You might want to think again before using that hotel coffee maker chip.
This one makes me sad, Thomas.
It makes me sad too, because your boys used a lot of hotel coffee makers in my day, and I thought what you had to look out for was the remote, Chip. The remote and the top blanket.
Right. The duvet or what have you. Yeah.
Because the remote's touched by human beings that are disgusting.
Right.
And also the top blanket is touched by human beings and often not swapped out every visitor changeover. So like I figured you stay in the sheets. You kind of are pretty careful with washing your hands. Disinfecting. I bring a little disinfectant everywhere because if you guys have seen the program before, we're both hypochondriacs.
Yes, we are.
And because of our chosen professions, we spent a lot of time in hotel rooms.
Yeah.
And that comes with a protocol. We're not full Howie Mandel.
We're getting there.
We'll get, if we have enough money, I'll get real weird.
By the way, not to foreshadow, I do have a little something for Hypochondriac Corner later on if you want. But my move is that I check into the room.
Yeah.
I look around.
Uh-huh.
Lock the doors.
Yeah.
Wash my hands.
Uh-huh.
And then I put the remote control in the microwave for 14 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I have ruined a lot of remote controls.
Yeah, and it explains your travel scent, which is very different from your at-home scent.
Yeah, melted plastic.
Electrical fire. But multiple consumer health investigations are reporting that in-room hotel coffee makers consistently test positive for bacteria, mold, and mildew, despite being used by guests nearly every single morning. Researchers found that contamination in a majority of the machines tested, with warm water, damp reservoirs acting as a near-perfect incubator for microbial growth between uses.
I will say I do enjoy a little mildew mocha every once in a while.
I, honest to God, think I've heard mildew coffee promoted on a podcast.
I think that it's guys in hotels and they like it. You take a little mold spools, you put it on the top of the foam, and then you make it like a little heart.
Not enough mildew art out there, Shep.
We need to see more of it. Get some spores, get some paints.
Don't stop putting art in that coffee.
Mm-hmm.
The buried detail is running hot water through the machine does not sterilize the reservoir.
No.
The heat is not sufficient to kill what's living in there. It just gives it a nice warm bath, Chip.
Just some nice clean mold spores just ready to go, jumping into my Sanka.
I mean, I think this is how The Last of Us started. It might have been actually just like a coffee maker in a hotel room.
Yeah.
There were also, unfortunately, some fringe reports of people using the hotel coffee makers to wash their undies and socks, buddy, running them through a cycle.
Yes.
Which is proof that your wife still snitching, Chip.
Look, I try to keep what happens in the hotel room stays in the hotel room, but apparently not on her Instagram and Pinterest.
Yeah. And I think she did do a couple of interviews with these various various publications, Chip.
Various news outlets, yeah. I had to do a lot of PR work after that.
All right, buddy, we're keeping it moving. A 92-year-old Hollywood legend just publicly roasted Sydney Sweeney's body, Chip.
I mean, if you're going to be 92 and just go after somebody, go after Sydney Sweeney. That's what I always say.
Why not? And probably go after her for looks, I say.
Yeah.
That's what's going to get you a win.
Especially when you're 92 years old and look like Terrence and or Phillip.
It gets tougher. It gets tougher as you get older. The Vertigo actress Kim Novak publicly told The Times she would never have approved the casting of Sydney Sweeney to play her in the upcoming film Scandalous, which will be directed by Coleman Domingo.
There we go.
The film covers Novak's real-life relationship with Sammy Davis Jr.
Well, I mean, I will say this. I think that Sydney Sweeney, and again, no offense to her as an actress.
Yeah.
Or as a human being. She was the wrong choice to play Sammy Davis Jr.
And you know what? It's mostly the accent.
I think that's what it is. That's what really gets me.
Is gonna be a problem. Mm-hmm. Novak had already expressed concerns about the film itself last year, telling The Guardian she didn't think the relationship was scandalous. But now she has escalated things by critiquing Sydney's physical appearance. And I think she was saying something along the lines of Sydney's looks. It's not like they're bad, but they would just be distracting, probably.
Yes, I think that it was almost like she's like too sexy. That's kind of what she was saying.
What was the SNL equivalent of this? Wasn't it Mango? That people would be like, oh, too sexy, so sexy.
I think so. Yeah.
Nobody can touch the mango.
Which is weird because Sydney Sweeney is playing Sammy Davis Jr. And Chris Kattan is playing Kim Novak.
Wow.
So small world.
Well, I think the whole cast is too sexy then. Like this is an issue. Like you think about Sammy Davis Jr. with Sydney Sweeney's physique. Mm-hmm. I mean, I get it. That could throw somebody.
Right.
That could throw somebody. But here's a question, Chip. Would you have an issue with somebody with a notable physical asset playing you in a biopic, specifically Longitude, the viral sensation dong-maxing length lord? Would you be upset if Longitude played you in a movie about Chip Chantry's life?
I think it would be distracting, especially during the tennis scenes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I say go for it.
Longitude. The runway's open. You can play Chip Chantry in the biopic.
We got it.
And if you don't think there's going to be a lot of tennis scenes, Longitude, Chip Chantry played D3 tennis, baby.
You have at least a D6.
Yeah. You're going to have to dial back the Ds to play Chip Chantry. But we think you've got the chops to do it, Longitude. You're doing great things on the internet. And come on the podcast.
Come see us.
Come hang out with us. Like, you don't have to accept the offer, but at least, to play the role, but at least talk to us about the project.
Let's have a little tete-a-tete.
I think it'll be good. It'll be good. Can you imagine Longitude playing you, Chip?
I love it. I'm in.
I mean, he's huge on the internet and everywhere else.
He's huge everywhere, Thomas.
All right. We're staying in the world of celebrity news, Chip. This is almost, I guess this is right in the Kim Novak era here. Did you know that you can literally sleep in Frank Sinatra's Palm Springs house for less than a hotel room?
Wow. And I bet his coffee maker is pretty clean.
And you'll finally get the answer to that question you've been longing for. Did old Blue Eyes have a bathroom fan?
There's a summer wind I don't want to know about.
Right now, there's an article out about 9 properties once owned or lived in by major cultural figures, including Sinatra, Elizabeth Taylor, Jane Austen, Sonny and Cher, the Fitzgeralds, and John Steinbeck that are currently bookable on Airbnb, Chip.
I love it.
An Airbnb celebrity pad.
Why did it take this long? It's just bring Netflix and Airbnb together. That's what I say.
It really is. And I do like to watch a little Netflix and an Airbnb. It's one of my favorite things to do in them.
Especially when it's maybe featuring one of the stars that used to live in that house.
Oh, my gosh. Can you imagine?
It's like a little bit of a Conjuring.
Yeah. Can you imagine watching The Mask in Cher's house?
Was Cher in The Mask?
Not the Jim Carrey mask.
You a Mask. Oh, the movie Mask. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I was gonna say I don't think Cher was in the smoking vehicle.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Watching the movie Mask.
Yeah.
Yes. The Eric Stoltz vehicle.
Yeah.
Yes.
I said that incorrectly. Somebody stop me.
Yeah.
The 9 listings span roughly 175 years of history, from Jane Austen's 1800s English cottage all the way to Sinatra's 1970s era Palm Spring compound.
Mm-hmm.
The timing's deliberate. This article's dropping straight into travel planning season, riding the experimental travel wave where people want a story to tell, not just a room to sleep in. And the best part is, apparently these aren't like museum level cost experiences. They're kind of like comparable, like Airbnbs. They're not like a huge markup. It just happens to be a drawing asset to try and get that room booked.
It's just a ranch house that Ving Rhames used to live in.
Yeah, that's
It's just a 2-story colonial that Flo from the Progressive Ads spent a summer at.
Oh man,
right,
dude? Can you imagine staying in Flo's colonial?
I think I'd learn a lot about insurance.
Those commercials are always so informative.
I just saw Flo on Mad Men the other day. I was watching an old episode of Mad Men, and she popped up.
This is not a joke. I think Flo might be in my mother's top 5 list of female actors of all time.
She's very talented.
She's very talented. And she said she doesn't have that disgusting, curvy, distracting look some actresses have.
Your mother is firmly in the Kim Novak camp, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
I got that's one reason I appreciate her.
She can't stop talking about it. The woman hates curves.
Yeah. She really does.
So, Chip, you've done your fair share of questionable travel, as we've talked about on this podcast. What house would you want to stay in? Sinatra, Elizabeth Taylor's, Jane Austen, Sonny and Cher, the Fitzgeralds, or John Steinbeck's house?
I got to go the Fitzgeralds, baby.
Okay.
A little F. Scott and Zelda.
Yeah.
You know they had some swinging Great Gatsby flappers parties there.
Yeah.
That you're just going to, again, not going to use the pool.
Yeah.
We all know how that turns out.
Yeah.
That's a little joke without spoiling a joke for any F. Scott Fitzgerald fans.
Yeah, if you're an F. Scott Fitzgerald fan and that spoiled you in 2026, maybe you got to look at your fandom.
If you're an angry F. Scott head right now, not my problem. But I think also the swinging Sinatra compound has to be great,
dude. And the
here's the thing, very piano related, like the piano shaped pool, the piano side. Did he play piano? I don't think he did.
No.
Maybe he tickled the ivories a little bit, but I can't picture Frank Sinatra. And again, no, I'm not a huge Sinatra guy. I know that but I don't think he played piano.
I would be willing to bet that he had slammed more piano players than piano keys. You know what I mean?
He tickled a lot of ivories, is what you're saying. Next point.
Next point.
Where would you stay, Thomas?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. Maybe Jane Austen's.
Okay.
I could just be at a nice cottage, but if I was there with my wife, she'd be having a good time, you know? She'd be like sensing and sensibility.
Right.
I think I could get a lot of points as a husband.
All of my favorite comics have moved to Jane Austen.
Yes. Which is ironic that she is the home base of the manosphere.
She really is. But hey, I will say this: if you stay at Jane Austen's house, there's a chance you will be a guest on a high-profile podcast.
Or you can call the Trouble in Paradise hotline and get your voice on this podcast
for free.
Keeping it moving, buddy. Dude, have you seen Paradise? Have you been watching Paradise?
I have not.
Paradise just had its finale. It just aired this week.
And this is on Hulu, is that right?
This is on Hulu. Outside Online went in. It's like the story is about basically an apocalyptic situation where a volcano goes off and throws the world into chaos, and they follow a bunch of different threads of people through this time period in the world, and one of them is played by Shailene Woodley.
Okay.
And kind of the idea this article is posing is that she was able to sustain herself on baked beans alone, specifically Bush's baked beans.
Ah, a little shout out for them.
So this publication went and did a deep dive into the full nutritional breakdown of what would actually happen to your body if you survived an apocalypse by eating just beans.
Let's just say there's probably some volcanoes within you.
Absolutely. So, like, the article was published on March 27th, timing it perfectly with the finale.
Okay.
And it gets so granular, dude. They go into different bean varieties, their vitamin profiles, what deficiencies would kick in and when.
Sure.
It gets pretty grim. But I guess the question I have for you, Chip, is if you had to pick one food to survive on for 6 months that was like, non-perishable enough to get you through, what are you going with, buddy?
Hotel room coffee.
That's
because you're getting a lot more than just caffeine.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of nutrients, as Nacho Libre would say.
You're building up a tolerance.
Yeah.
How about you? Well, what's your go-to?
It's not much better than the baked beans theory. Like, it's gonna be a Hormel turkey chili, or maybe a Nally turkey chili.
Okay.
I'm going with a Nally turkey chili with beans. It's gonna have a little bit of meat popped in there. It's on program.
It is. Yeah.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I could get by on that for a long time, I think.
Right.
But I was thinking about it. Not a lot of great options for me. When I think of, like, when I want to play that game, the food you would eat if you could only eat one thing, perishability, it never really comes into play there.
Right. You're thinking this is like a paradise situation, literal paradise situation where you just always have it refrigerated or whatever.
It's your favorite restaurant is delivering this version of a meal, but
right.
Whew.
Yeah.
Chili. I mean, and it's not beautiful. It's like, is there anything like surviving the apocalypse just to share a teeny tiny windowless bunker with a bunch of people only eating bean-heavy diets?
I'd rather the rapture come.
All right, Chip. Next story. Americans just called Paris overrated for food.
Wow, that comes from a nation of people who are watching a show about somebody just eating beans for a month.
I know. Dude, the Matador Network is reporting that American tourists have ranked Paris, Rome, Amsterdam, and Barcelona among the most overrated food cities in all of Europe.
Sounds like America is getting pretty picky right now.
They also asked people to name the most overrated.
So they're being put on the spot. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just because they're overrated doesn't mean they're not great, I would guess.
No.
But specifically, I think Parisians are finding this offensive. It's the city that literally invented the Michelin star.
They're getting slammed by people who pull up to Chick-fil-A and get mad that it's Sunday.
Guilty as charged.
Yeah.
But dude, how do you feel about French food, dude? Do you think this is a fair critique in any way?
Okay, so first of all, I'm going to be honest. I've never been to France.
Okay.
No. I spent about 2 hours in the airport in Paris.
Okay.
Never left the airport, but, I was there.
Le peanut butter M&M?
Yeah, I got one of those. This is terrible. I should know what they are. What are those, the little cookies, the little, like, sponge cookies, the different color ones?
Macaroon.
Macaroon, yeah, something like that. Yeah, had some of those. And they were delicious.
Pork macaroon, nice.
But, yeah, I would say that French food, I think it's like, just because it's small doesn't mean it's great.
I was, like, kind of underwhelmed by the Paris food myself.
Right, yeah, okay.
The straight-up French food, like the bistros and stuff, like, I did a bunch of research before I went, and, like, I got a reservation at, like, a place that, like Napoleon used to eat at. It's, like, one of the, I forget the name of it, but, like, they have just, like, a bunch of coq au vin and all that stuff.
Right.
I was not super thrilled, but there were a lot of other foods that I really did enjoy, like steak frites. They went to the steak frites place.
Okay.
You go to this restaurant, you sit down, and, like, the question isn't what do you want to eat? The question is, do you want red, white wine, or, like, water?
Okay.
Because they only serve steak frites, Chip.
That's it. Hey, do one thing and do it well. That's what I
mean,
say.
and the line was around the block. This place was huge, and it was popping, and it was probably my favorite meal. There was another place called Douce Le Falafel, which was like, just hummus and pita sandwiches, and it was absolutely unbelievable.
Love a good falafel. Love a good falafel. Do you guys have Mao's falafels out in LA?
No, I've never heard of it.
I think they were from Europe. The best. Go ahead.
So good. Also went to a fondue restaurant. Never had fondue before in my life.
Okay, now I've always wondered this. What were the dipping sauces that you were fonduing and fondonting?
Just cheese.
Just cheese. That's it.
Yeah, just cheese. If I'm remembering correctly, you pick what kind of fondue you want, like based on what you're gonna dip in it, more or less, not what you're dipping it into.
I would always just go chocolate. That's me. But hey,
the thing that was it was Resistance de la Fondue, I think, was the name of the restaurant, if I remember correctly. And the big differentiating factor there was they serve you wine in a baby bottle, Chip. Full on with a nip, and you're just, because they were tired of people coming in late night and reaching for, to fondue their stuff and knocking the wine over and spilling it all over the place. So they make everybody drink out of baby bottles to avoid that catastrophe.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's just they were done sweeping up glass, and they're like, we need to do something about this. Let's go down to the Pampers factory. See, that's why the French, they're a little bit better than us. They got a little air about them, but man, they know what they're doing.
They've had a little bit longer to figure out who they are as a culture. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But that being said, there was a lot of misses, man. A lot of misses for me. Maybe I ordered wrong. Maybe it's just not to my liking. But those were the highlights. There were some great meals, but overall, I don't know. I don't know, man.
I will say, you did go into a lot of those very fancy French restaurants and just order the tuna melt.
Yeah.
It seems like you could have branched out a bit.
Well, no. You judge a restaurant based off of a baseline item.
Okay. And yours is the tuna melt.
Yeah, and a lot of these places stunk. Their tuna melts stunk. They were dog crap.
2 thumbs down.
2 thumbs down. All right, that's it for the Algo.
For the Algo.
Oh boy, we are just cruising along.
Moving along.
So we're gonna take a little stop in a hypochondriac corner. What do you got for us, Chip?
This is a good and bad one. Okay.
Okay.
So let me start out by saying this.
Yep.
Last night, the wife and I, big night out for the wife and I.
Nice, dude.
We walked down to the diner, as we do. Speaking of tuna melts.
Drink in hand, road dogging it?
Road dogging it, drinks in hand.
Woo!
Walked down to the diner, had our meal, and then stopped by the little strip mall it's this long, it's sort of like a square strip mall. It's a big place right next to where the diner is that my wife had never walked through before. So we're like, we clock a Goodwill store.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love a good Goodwill store?
I mean, it's nice if you're thrifting, baby.
You want some $5 pants? We got them.
Oh, if you're looking for a new old Hawaiian, they're inside.
Oh, Thomas, that's somebody just paid $4.99 for a brand new Hawaiian last night. This guy
really? Can we describe it? Break it down?
Yeah, it's more of rather than like your traditional Hawaiian aloha shirt or whatever.
Uh-huh.
It's much more. I forget the name. It's definitely a name that I've heard, like a brand name that I've heard before, and it's much more muted. Like it's more of picture almost like an Old Navy version of it. Do you know what I mean? So It's like a little more muted. It's not. I think I think there are pineapples on it, which could send out the wrong message. But some pineapples,
or maybe that's the right message. You dog.
Pine trees. Hey, we don't know.
How many road dogs have you had? Is the question.
Exactly. But I will say this.
Mm-hmm.
I went against the grain. I wasn't going to buy it, but it was $4.99. It's a little snug on me. Just a little snug.
Right.
Which is just the motivation this guy needs.
Goal shirt,
to
baby.
Fit perfectly into that Hawaiian by the summertime.
I mean, there we go, dude.
I'm not going to step on the scale every morning. I'm just going to slip on the Hawaiian and see how tight that TC Tugger is.
See if those titties are popping.
Exactly. Yes.
TC Tuggers aren't a joke, Chip.
They're not a joke. You don't make fun of them. You don't do crawls with them like Snuggies. That's not what they are. That's not what they're for.
Dude, that commercial we're talking about, I Think You Should Leave. That commercial within there where it's like got the theme song and all those dudes are those larger gentlemen are tugging it, and it's like 1, 2, 3. Now you're hanging with the big boys. Like it's just so good. That's exactly, if this was a product that existed, that's exactly the commercial they'd make for it.
Yes,
they really have their finger on the pulse of what society would be doing if we were slightly unhinged.
If we were just sitting around eating a month's worth of baked beans.
Yeah, dude.
So anyway, the part of that motivation is because I've been working out. I've been working out a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I had that long winter where I wasn't doing much, and now I'm working out again. But the hypochondriac in me comes out where I feel these pains now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, is that an inside pain or an outside pain?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, oh, wow, do I have appendicitis? No, you just did a whole lot of aerobic exercises and you didn't stretch out. So now your muscles are a little tight. And so, so I'm playing a big game this week of inside-outside pain. Is that inside pain? Is that inside my organs, or is that just, do I just need to stretch those old abs out? And, I've been stretching a little bit more, and I think it's working out for me.
I've got hit right exactly in your bullseye by an ad or like a video online, like in my feed. I'm scrolling through, and there's just a man, not a doctor, but dressed up like a doctor, going, if you have any little pains over here, we all know that's most likely a liver issue or a gallbladder issue.
Yeah.
But if you squeeze over here and the pain goes away, good news, that might just be a colon obstruction. And I was just like, the three options are your liver or your gallbladder, which I don't know what a gallbladder does.
Yeah. I think it's basically like the catalytic converter of your body.
That's why they're always trying to steal them in those bathtubs in Mexico.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But the three options are, if you have a pain over here, not that you slept weird, not that you've been carrying around a toddler just on your right side. It's probably your liver's done, your gallbladder's cooked, or maybe your colon's having a sleepover.
Best case scenario.
Invited 2 ribeyes to just stay the night,
Way too much. So I'm going to keep working out and hopefully just get less and less sore as my body's getting used to it, and I have less and less feelings that, my pancreas is going to explode.
Yeah, dude. And big prayers out to Chip's pancreas. Hopefully we keep that thing intact.
Boom.
Well, Chip, that's it for Hypochondriac Quarter. It's time to talk about the man, buddy. You've got a Buffett fact, baby.
Eskimos apparently have over 50 words for snow. Jimmy Buffett never even heard of snow.
And that man made his livelihood with words. A
really
vocabulary, baby.
He didn't need a single one of them.
Do you feel something bubbling?
I think I do.
Do you feel something sloshing around?
Yeah, just a moving.
It's time for the Fish of the Week.
Fish of the Week.
Our hero of the deep. Every week we talk about one saltwater superstar that we have named. It's climbed the gauntlet. It's beat out every other fish this week to become the Sunburnt Podcast Fish of the Week.
Our Fish of the Week this week, Thomas, is, here he comes. Put him up on the screen right now. Gerald, the fantail filefish.
Woo, look at that fish. Look at that horn, buddy.
Look at this beaut. I'm going to be honest with you, Thomas. This Fish of the Week for the first time really is making me nervous.
Really? Why so?
I am a little uneasy dealing with Gerald here, okay? Because first of all, look at him. Gorgeous.
Yeah, good
tan
looking
body,
fella.
Black spots, yellow dorsal fins, orange tail. I mean, he looks like the sofa in your Aunt Donna's basement rumpus room. Whew. You know what I mean? He looks like, here's what he looks like. He looks like in a high school production of Guys and Dolls when they want a girl to look like a floozy.
Yeah.
Like, they can't really dress her up like a prostitute because she's a high school girl. So, like, just wear a bunch of mismatched loud colors and you're going to look promiscuous. That's what Gerald looks like. It's just, he's got spots, he's got stripes, he's got colors.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. Gerald's a little shy.
Uh-huh.
Despite all those colors, he's a little shy. But then out of nowhere, he can just snap and become aggressive against other fish out of nowhere. And Thomas, do you want to guess what the other fish are that he gets aggressive against?
Bullies.
It's other filefish, Thomas.
Really?
It's his own kind. He just flips out on. Just goes after him. Okay?
Gerald, come on. Can't we all just get along?
Thomas, Gerald is like that little cousin you had growing up that was a little bit younger than you. And he was an indoor kid. He did a lot more arts and crafts instead of playing sports. But now he's 21 years old. And for the first time, you go out to the bar with him and he gets a few PBRs. And then all of a sudden, he just wants to fight the entire bar. And you're like, where did this guy come from? That's Gerald. That is cousin Gerald right there.
Gerald, come on. Keep it together, bud. We're just trying to have a good time.
Now, if you want to look for Gerald mostly hangs out. Very jealous, Thomas. He hangs out mostly in Hawaii. Okay?
Oh, come on, Gerald. That's a great spot.
But here's the thing. He hangs out in the outskirts on those reefs, anywhere from like 20 to like 200 feet deep on the reefs on the outskirt islands. You're not going to find Gerald hanging out at Duke's in Waikiki.
No.
He's a little more off the grid.
A lot of cool kids like to be off the beaten path. They don't want the hustle and bustle. Gerald, I get it. Paradise your own way. Do it.
Now, Gerald is only about 7 inches long. Whew. But that is 7 inches of quiet fury, which is a nickname that I tried in college that never stuck.
By the way, Longitude.
Yeah.
That's the name of the biopic. 7 inches of quiet fury. You're really going to have to do some metamorphosizing to become right for this part.
Yes. Yes. Now, Gerald feeds mostly on algae, seaweed. Oh, don't go to the Caymans. Apparently, they don't have any seaweed.
No, Gerald, you're going to starve.
I know. He mostly eats small crustaceans like krill. But Thomas, you cross him, and he will eat your soul.
Really?
That's how wild this guy goes. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Here's my favorite part about Gerald and his fellow fantail filefish.
Yeah.
You know how a lot of fish out there in the ocean, they use their tail, and they move that tail to propel them through the ocean, right?
Yeah, swimming.
That's how they do it, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't really use his tail too much.
Really?
He just uses his little tiny dorsal fins and something called anal fins, which I thought were hilarious.
Wow. Yeah, that's funny.
But these little dorsal fins that he just kind of flips along to kind of quietly and slowly move along, where he's like really kind of like dog paddling it out there.
Yeah.
And I think what happens is some of the other fish make fun of him for doing that. And that's when he just loses it. Okay, I mean, Thomas, have you ever seen a saltwater curb stomping?
No.
Gerald will show you if you cross him.
That's horrific.
And here's the thing about, Gerald will pop up. He's usually along those reefs, but he will just pop out of nowhere when you leave. Gerald, look, buddy. Gerald, I was saying nice things about you. Gerald, I was saying nice.
Chip.
All right. False alarm. False alarm. Gerald has calmed down. He's having some krill in the corner. He's cool. He's all right.
Keep it krill, Gerald.
So that, Thomas, is Gerald, the fantail filefish, your fish of the week.
Oh, what a superstar, man. He's got a temper on him, but what a superstar.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it would be tough. I think it would be tough to be a fish that, by all measures, doesn't quite understand how to swim.
Right. It really is.
Congratulations to you, Gerald. Hats off on being Sunburnt Podcast Fish of the Week.
Fish of the week.
Our hero of the deep. All right, buddy. Now it's time to get into the good book.
Open that good book. The Guinness Book of World Records. We like to celebrate the best, the greatest, the biggest, the longest. And we're here today. Thomas, do you want to regale us with your excerpt from the good book?
Chip, according to the good book, you might have some explaining to do.
Uh-oh. Whoa.
In February, you told me your hair was in braids and you had a bikini top tan line because you were busy helping to solve a mystery on Epstein Island.
I did mention that.
But the numbers say you might have been partying in Los Cabos as
Whoa.
one of the international visitors who helped set the record for the most monthly tourists visiting Los Cabos this January.
Los Cabos, of course, Spanish for the Cabos.
Spanish for the Cabos. So, Chip, how many of you and your party friends decided to show up at Los Cabos in January 2026? It's the record-setting time, and this is just for international visitors.
50,000.
That's how many visited the Caymans.
That's
50,000. Right. This is almost 10x that. A little under 9x that.
Where's Los Cabos, by the way? I should know this.
I'll get into it. It's
okay.
It's Cabo San Lucas and another town that are kind of bridged together by a tourist gap. We'll get into it.
Sure.
437,900 international visitors in 1 month, dude.
That's almost 500,000.
That's basically filling up every seat in the Rose Bowl every single day for a month.
Wow.
And every single one of those people is sunburnt and holding a fish taco.
Yes, they are.
Los Cabos is at the southern tip of Baja California.
Okay.
And, dude, get this, had a 2.6 increase this January in visitors over the previous year, 2025, which was also the record at that time. So they are on the way up.
And fuego, baby.
And fuego, dude. And January is their busiest season. Like, it's just America is frozen solid. We are at the back of the freezer.
We need to get out and thaw.
With freezer burn all over us, we got to get down south. And this is a beautiful place to do it. Los Cabos is actually 2 towns, Cabo San Lucas and San Jose del Cabo. And they're connected by a 20-mile tourist corridor, meaning nearly 500,000 people were packed into a stretch of coastline smaller than the Vegas Strip.
That's a lot of burnt ones right there.
It's a high concentration of burnt ones, and it's right on the Sea of Cortez, which was called the world's aquarium by famous explorer Jacques Cousteau.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him. Chip.
I don't like French food. I don't like French. Jacques Cousteau. I used to watch Jacques Cousteau and his hat. Mesmerizing, man. Mesmerizing.
Yeah, The Life Aquatic, based off of
Jacques Cousteau.
So he called it the world's aquarium, meaning it's one of the most spectacular places to see fish. It's visually stunning, and there's a wide variety of fish. But be careful, because if you ask for a Jacques Cousteau in Cabo, don't be surprised when you wake up with bald Charlie Browns.
It is a danger. It's one of the dangers.
The record tracks international visitors only, meaning that domestic Mexican tourists visiting their own gorgeous coastline don't count towards this number, which means the actual crowd in Los Cabos in January was substantially larger.
Wow.
That's a lot of burnt ones, baby.
Yeah.
So congratulations, Los Cabos, on setting the record, your own world record, for the most international tourists visited in 1 month. 473,900 international tourists.
Well done, Los Cabos. Well done.
What about you, Chip? What did you dig out of the good book?
All right, Thomas. Do you remember? Let's go back to memory lane. The listener, the viewer, they know we used to work together, as we still technically do. Do you remember when we worked in Burbank together?
Uh-huh.
Sometimes you, me, and our buddy Tony would walk over to the Starbucks, a lot of times on a Friday, and you would be, out of the kindness of your heart, you would get a round of coffees for the crew.
For the whole crew. Yeah, we do Friday coffees.
Friday coffees.
If
Friday
you're lucky enough to work on a show where I'm the showrunner, if the economics still hold up, you're going to get a Starbucks coffee, anything you want, on Friday, because that's how we did it, baby.
That's how you did it. Now, for this one, I'd like to repay that favor a little bit, Thomas.
Okay.
And I'd like to take you just to a little coffee shop that I know, just a quaint little place.
Love a local spot, Chip.
Where we could each get a little cappuccino, and it just joy would be my treat. Psych! This is the biggest cafe in the world, Thomas. take your Starbucks and shove it up your Tim Hortons because this cafe is going to destroy. Okay, I can't keep up that energy, Thomas. Can't keep it up. Can't keep up that energy.
That's a big energy pitch, baby. I'm excited about this cafe, though. You know I love coffee. You know what? I'm a size king.
Mr. Size King, if you want some energy, what you're going to want to go to is the Guinness Book of World Records record holder for the world's largest cafe.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. It is called Positive Space 566.
All right.
Let me say that again. Positive Space 566
I don't
cafe
get it.
in South Korea.
Okay, making more sense.
So it's down in South Korea. Okay. Now, it's by seating capacity. It's the largest cafe in the world. So bigger than a Starbucks, much bigger than a Starbucks. Okay. By seating capacity. Thomas, I want you to guess the number of seats that this gigantic Starbucks I don't want to say Starbucks. It's crushing a
big
Starbucks.
coffee shop. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm picturing like the biggest Starbucks I can remember seeing. I'm gonna guess that was maybe 75 capacity seating. Yeah. So I'm going to triple that, and we're gonna come up with 225. 225 seating capacity.
Great guess, Thomas. Great guess. The actual number of seats at Positive Space 566 in South Korea is 2,190 seats. Thomas, that is 100 Starbucks. Thomas, 100 Starbucks.
Dude.
Do you know how many Ani DeFranco CDs could be sold there? Can you just imagine?
They do numbers, dude. They do. That's an incredibly why is it so big?
It's a coffee mall. It's basically 6 stories, or 5 stories, all intents and purposes. There's an underground level, and then there's these 4 levels that it looks like a mall. It's like basically like an atrium of just different levels, 4 levels, and the top level is actually an art center. So they have basically like an art studio, like a museum, and then they serve coffee, tea, baked goods, pizzas, steaks, even, right? So they have there's some food in there, but it. 2,190 seats. It broke the record in 2023 by more than doubling the seating capacity of the next biggest place, which was in Saudi Arabia. Okay.
Wow.
It's over 65,000 square feet.
That's so big, dude.
Thomas, do you know how many square meters that is?
No.
It doesn't matter because it's huge. It's just big. It's 65,000 square feet of pure coffee, okay?
That's wild.
Plus, it's got an outdoor terrace and 19 separate rooms of different sizes that you can rent out for meetings and different occasions, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the Caffeine Bellagio. This is what this place is.
Yeah.
Thomas. It is gigantic. Only problem, the architect forgot no bathrooms. So
that's
a big problem they got.
That's rough, dude.
At the Positive Space. It's a lot of coffee. No, there are bathrooms everywhere. I would assume there are bathrooms everywhere. So, congrats to Positive Space 566 for being the world's largest cafe, and also at the same time, what I'm assuming is congratulations for keeping everybody on the Eastern Hemisphere awake.
Get enough caffeine and that many people, that could start an earthquake, baby. Tremors. Oh, God. Yeah. Congratulations, Positive Space. What a world record. And doubling, double the old record.
Just outdo it. Just we're going to double it.
Yeah, they smashed it with a sledgehammer. Great job. I love a cup of coffee. Everybody, that's it for the Sunburnt podcast, where we talk about comedy, tropical travel. You can hit us at the Trouble in Paradise Hotmail or
the Hotmail. Maybe we'll get an old Hotmail together.
Maybe we'll get
email us at an old Hotmail from their AOL links,
or just call the hotline we put together. The number is 310-845-6038. Tell us about anything, but specifically your worst vacation story moments. We would love to hear it.
Leave your name or keep it anonymous.
Your choice. Just give us a caller. And, we might be sending you one of these bad boys. All right. The Sunburnt Podcast, we talk about comedy, tropical travel, the #1 tropical travel comedy podcast on the planet. Until next time, stay burnt. Front desk.
Hi, this is Mr. Chantry in room 308. When should I expect the photos with the Easter Bunny to be delivered?
Mr. Chantry, we don't do photos with the Easter Bunny. You sat on the hotel manager, Mr. Pennington's lap at breakfast, and I think he wants to press charges.
But the bunny suit.
Yes, he wears a very fuzzy jacket.